All right, it's the week of solstice, and we have an update 4.1.5 coming to Destiny. Some of the changes, some of the things in this patch notes here says activities, raids, and dungeons. Derelict Leviathan corrected power levels on minor combatants associated with the shared fears triumph, which were set higher than intended. Duality adjusted the balance between armor and weapon rewards and set weapon drops to prefer those that have not had their patterns unlocked. Adjusted the drop chance of deep sight weapons within Duality dungeon. Fixed an issue where players sometimes get trapped in the nightmare. Splash damage, grenades, solar explosions, rockets, etc. Against spells no longer trigger a teleport. Oh my gosh, this is super awesome. Super awesome. Fly-in cinematic has been added when launching into the duality, which I love. I love that little touch when you're going into each of these little missions. It's always kind of one of my favorite things to kind of get me hyped. Grasp of Erebus. The final boss no longer teleports out of the spawn location at the start of the encounter. Well, that's good. Gameplay and investment. Abilities. Fixed an issue where Celestial Fire and Well of Radiance did not display the Scorch and Ignition keyword flyout when hovering over the corresponding abilities. Fixed an issue where super icons were not displaying next to the super description when hovering over your equipped subclass in the character screen. Fixed an issue where Radiance weapon damage boost was unintentionally stacking with tier 1 damage boosts, e.g. power rifts, high energy fire against PV targets. Fixed an issue where solar grenades with molten overload equipped was not stunning overload champions. I think I've encountered this a couple of times. I'm glad that's fixed. Fixed an issue where friendly vortex grenades could sometimes display a burning status effect displayed to friendly targets. Note, you're aware of an issue where vortex grenade is dealing lower damage than intended versus PvE targets and are planning a fix for later release. Armor. Fixed an issue where Caliban's hand behavior was different between PvE and PvP. Ignition will now proc when defeating enemies by both direct hits and explosions for both PvE and PvP. This fix introduced a new issue where we are investigating where Caliban's hand will only apply scores to a single target. Oh man, just kind of piles on. Fixed an issue where Caliban's hand wasn't working as intended with Radiant and Knock 'em Down aspect. Fixed an issue where Solar Fulmination was causing damage to the player inside the blast radius of the ignition. Fixed an issue where the Righteous Cloak was missing its cape from the feminine model. This introduced a new issue where we are investigating where the dye markup of the cloak was reverted to default. Oh man. Fixed an issue where the top part of the mark of the falling star ornament disappeared if a player's helmet was set to off. Fixed an issue where the combatant mod heavy-handed did not proc with a Titan stasis melee. Fixed an issue where the Homunculus Hunter exotic was clipping through the Frumious Cloak. Weapons. This here is probably going to be interesting, especially area of effect and then the 180 hand cannon archetype. Airborne effectiveness, AE. Reduced airborne penalties for all primary weapons. Reduced airborne accuracy penalty at low AE by 20% to 40%. Varies by primary weapon type. Reduced airborne auto-aim bullet bending penalty at mid and high AE by 20%, which I think, yeah, this is both controller and keyboard. And then the next one here, you'll see it's just for controller. Reduced airborne magnetism, reticle stickiness, controller only, penalty at mid and high AE by 40%. Some perks now give a static airborne effectiveness stat buff in addition to their other effects. Air Assault, plus 10 airborne effectiveness at all times in addition to plus 60 or 70 AE total when at low health. Okay. Extended Mag, plus 10% airborne effectiveness. Steady Rounds, plus 7 airborne effectiveness. All right, here we go. Hand cannons. Kind of interested about this. So I feel like 180s is going to be, I'm going to have fun using 180s. Hand cannons, precision, 180 RPM hand cannons. Increased body shot damage from 37 to 40%, or whoops, sorry, not percentage. Increased body shot damage from 37 to 40. Crit moves from 57 to 60. Increased body shot damage from 37 to 40. Crit moves from, they just kind of repeat it. Can now kill in 2 crit 2 body against guardians. Kills in 1.33 seconds in body shots. Auto rifles. Increased body shot damage from 19 to 20. Precision multiplier improves from 1.6 to 1.5. Crit damage stays the same at 30. Scout rifles. Precision, the 180. Increased body damage from 34 to 38. Crit moves from 54.4 to 60.8. Can 2 crit 2 body against 197 HP, health plus shield, or lower. Kills in 1.33 seconds in body shots against 190 HP or lower. 1.67 seconds against higher resilience. High impact, 150 RPM. Increased body damage from 38.2 to 42. Crit moves from 66.9 to 73.5. Can 2 crit 1 body against 189 HP or lower. Kills in 1.60 seconds in body shots. Scout rifles. I feel like that new map is going to give scout rifles a little bit more usefulness. Other than that, I don't know. We'll see. Shotguns. Increased pellet shotgun PvE damage bonus from 10% to 25%. Joy, not really excited to hear that, but maybe that means I can use more shotguns than what I'm thinking I can use. Linear fusion rifles. Change the previously added flinch increase to only apply to damage from other players. Glaives. Increase ammo per special brick from 1 to 2 in PvP. That'll be interesting to try. And this here is PvE damage, so it doesn't affect PvP. So I'm okay with that. All right. Exotics. Lawrence Driver. Reduced aim assist stat from 32 to 22. Reduced suction against players. Removed the universal 2-time flinch nerf from the previous change. Gallahorn. Primary rocket no longer has proximity detonation. Wolfpack rounds now deal half damage to players. Alrighty then. Reduce hipfire precision aim angle by 50%. Reduce damage and aim assist fall off distance by 3 meters. I wonder if this is going to pull it out of the top used hand cannons in the game. Forerunner. Increased ammo per special brick from 3 to 4 in PvP. Reduced ammo per special brick from max to 16 in PvE. Ariana's Vow. Increased ammo per special brick from 1 to 2 in PvP. Soros Regime. Increased AE from 23 to 21. I just got this. I wonder if this is... I'm curious to try to use this. Here we go. This is interesting. Whisper of the Worm. Increased AE from 9 to 20. That's good. Monte Carlo. Increased AE from 21 to 29. Forerunner. Increased AE from 22 to 27. All right. Let's see here. Fixed an issue where many weapons with non-standard ammo types for their archetype were not receiving the correct damage multipliers. This resulted in incorrect damage or health rubber banding for some exotic and legendary perk weapons. Trace rifles, special ammo grenade, launchers, Ariana's Vow, Fighting Lion, and Forerunner. Oh, okay. Reshaping perks available for the Tears of Contrition Scout Rifle have been updated to reflect its intended selections. This also correctly applies the Accurized Round perk to any prior weapons that were reshaped to have ineligible perks. Well, that's good. Slightly reduced the time to level a shaped weapon. Okay. Enhanced Incandescence now only applies +5 scorch stacks. Fixed behavior around additional scorch stacks being applied incorrectly, varying based on combat. Just got this on my mini tool. Fixed an issue with shaped instances of Callus mini tool and Drang where the Masterwork border wouldn't appear when the weapon had enhanced intrinsic and 2 enhanced traits. The Heart Shadow Exotic Sword's Catalyst perk Wraith Walk no longer provides benefit while the weapon is out of ammunition. The Extrovert Origin trait now correctly activates Englaive Melee. Right on. Fix an issue that caused the Heart Shadow Exotic Sword projectiles to apply Weaken on all hits instead of only hits made with shot in the dark active. Fix an issue where the Galu RR3 sniper rifle claimed that it used primary ammo. Oh, that's interesting. Fix an issue where Anarchy was dealing inconsistent damage. Fix an issue where burst linear fusion rifles could fire faster than intended. Fix an issue where chain of command could be made kinetic by switching between perks. Fix an issue where Cryosynthesia 77k wasn't working as intended with the piercing sidearm artifact mod. Fix an issue where Python and exit strategy did not count towards the Dark Age Arsenal Triumph. Fix an issue where all linear fusion rifles and some exotics had unintentionally reduced damage versus champion. Fix an issue allowing Soros Regime to keep the spinning up trait between reloads. Someone came in my chat and told me about this, and I feel like I missed out on something really fun and cool. Because I didn't have it. I didn't have it to begin with. General, the first gig emote will no longer have its infectious melodies spread to other emotes. Tracking a seasonal challenge before the season resets may result in a challenge that cannot be untracked the following seasons. Oh, okay. Adding images for enabled rewards to the Witch Queen dungeon key. Added images for okay, all right. And that is the update. Hope you guys have fun in Solstice. I'll probably be streaming Thursday and Friday. Stop by the stream, link in the information below, and I'll see you there.